Hi and welcome to Sam and Kev's Outdoor Adventures. I'm Kev.
And I'm Sam, and we are on our way to do the 3 passes trip. So first stop will be Carrington Hut, then we'll go over Harman Pass, over Whitehorn Pass, down to Park Morpeth Hut, over Browning Pass, down to Mudflats Hut, and then out the Arahura.
So we've got a few extra people with us this time. We've got my brother Graham and my nephew Ollie, and also Tim, who came with us to the Ministry of Works adventure as well. So hope you enjoy the tramp, because we're halfway through it at the moment and we've certainly enjoyed it so far. So we're finally on our way. It's been a bit of a busy day so far. We've having to drop the cars off over at the Arahura River, then make our way back over Arahura Gorge, but we're finally parked here in Klondyke Corner, and we've got to head now down to Carrington Hut, which is about 14 kilometres, but we've only got about 3¼ hours till sunset, so we think we're probably going to have to put the hammer down to make it. Okay, just coming up on the Anti-Crow Hut. It's certainly looking a little bit better than last time Sam and I were here. We went up to the Waimak Falls Hut, and Doc and Backcountry Trust have done a bit of a work here doing this up. Having a look inside, it looks fantastic. We've got 8 bunks in here and all the normal facilities you'd expect, including a log burner.
Okay, day 2. So it was a bright and early start. 5:30 a.m. is when we got up, and it's breakfast and getting ourselves sorted. 6:30 we're on the track. Last night we came into Carrington Hut. We got in at about 9 o'clock at night. We just beat the darkness, so it was a bit of a quick trip in, probably about 3 hours, and we've got cars at each end. So yesterday was sort of spent setting up the trip. So on to today.
So today we've got a bit of a big day, climbing up to the top of Whitehorn Pass and also going over Harman Pass. So all up, the sign says 9 hours, so it should be 3 hours to Harman, another 2 hours to Whitehorn, and the rest down to Park Morpeth.
Hey Timmy, how you find it so far?
Yeah, pretty good. Pretty easy going, just gradual. Nice.
Kev just making his way up the Harman Pass. How you feeling, Kev?
Last steep push.
Pretty good, eh?
We've whipped up here, we're only about an hour and a half. We're going to make pretty good time on our way up here, I think.
Alright, so we're about an hour 45 on our way up to Harman Pass. I'd say by about the 2 hour mark we'll be there, which is, we've been trying to keep it moving along because, and that's also why we've had the early start. We do want to get up and over Whitehorn Pass before any potential rain and cloud comes in and gets in the way of visibility. So we're trying to move at a pretty good pace, but still trying to take it all in at the same time, which is pretty dramatic and pretty impressive. So yeah, loving it.
So we've made it to the top of Harman Pass. We've still got pretty good weather, which is pretty handy. If we look down here, we can see the way down into Julia Creek. Background here is Harman Pass, where we've come out, but where we're heading is all the way up over there, up over Whitehorn Pass. So that's about another 300 metre climb. Should take us about 2 hours to get to the top.
Just to give you a bit of an idea around how quickly things can change. So literally just a few minutes ago, probably 5 minutes ago, we were looking up at Whitehorn Pass, which is directly ahead of me, clear blue sky. and the Taipo Valley. Look at this. So we have to be very, very careful. It is a bit windy up here, so we'll wait for the appropriate time to make sure we've got the right visibility we need.
There is the opportunity to camp up here just past Harman Pass at Ariel Tarns. There's a couple of wee nice rock shelters you can put your tent in behind, but not too much of a day for that kind of camping today. So we're making our way up Whitehorn Pass, and the weather has closed in very, very quickly. We knew there was going to be bad weather today, but hence the early start, but we were hoping we'd get a bit further than we have. So quite foggy, and a little bit of misty rain.
So just looking up the Whitehorn ice field. Graham's got his micro spikes on. I've got one on. We're all just getting these sorted now, so pretty key bit of equipment for this next bit.
Where's that come from?
Up there.
Blustery, to say the least.
So we've made it to the top of Whitehorn Pass. It's pretty windy. We've got to pick our way down to the bluff. It took us 2 hours to get here from Harman Pass, but we're going to get on down out of the weather. So we've come across a wee family of rock wrens as we make our way down the valley. They're pretty hard to get on video, but we'll chuck in a couple of still shots here for you to look at.
Rightio, we are 6 hours in. We're making our way down from Whitehorn Pass, down the Cronin stream. We've come down quite a wee way now. We're about, looking at the topo map, we're about 2 kilometres from the hut. So pretty good going, considering the weather's been a bit on and off. I think we did well leaving early just to kind of get over the pass safely and give ourselves time to get through the day. But so far, awesome tramp, amazing scenery. I mean, absolutely epic, and only one casualty so far, and that's Kev's walking tramping pole. So what can you do?
So up above us is a orange triangle to mark when you come out of the river. It's however in a significantly different place to where we thought it was, and not where it's marked on the topo map. So we'll chuck in at our topo map so you can have a look, see where it is, and it's time to get out of the river now.
So we're on the last couple of k's towards Park Morpeth Hut. We've come out of the river to bypass the gorge at the bottom of Cronin stream. The last couple of k's was a little bit time consuming, I guess, just trying to navigate down there, because the old track on the topo map's not there for a lot of it, and it's been moved. So we'll put some marks on the topo map so you know where to go, but we're now coming down over into the Wilberforce Valley, which is nice. I'm definitely over rock hopping for today. Right, we're off the tops finally, making our way down to Park Morpeth Hut. It's got to go through this interesting little area full of tarns, which is quite cool, but also quite boggy. Alright, so this is Park Morpeth Hut, Canterbury Mountaineering Club, so you pay your fees separately for this. And it's a great wee hut in a very remote location actually. We've got 6 beds there, just a small table. There is a wee alcove for packs and things like that, which is good. And it's got a decent sink as well. And it's also, I just noticed, got a light. So it's got a bit of solar, so pretty well set up.
So good morning from day 3. We've just left Park Mudflats Hut and we are heading our way up the Wilberforce to Browning Pass, which has the steepest climb that we're going to have on this journey. So you can see that sitting up in here just in front of us. We can see the zigzag at the bottom, and I think it goes straight up through those bluffs, which looks quite a challenge, but we'll see how it goes. So it should take us about 2 hours to get to the top.
Right, as we just starting our climb up Browning Pass, we've just gone past the Clough Memorial, so a memorial to a mountaineer who drowned in the Wilberforce River, which is behind me, 1956. Interestingly as well, the Park Mudflats Hut is named after 2 individuals, also in memorial, and they also drowned in the Wilberforce in the early 1900s. So, you know, just a reminder of nature and what it can do if the conditions are not on your side.
So we're making our way up the zigzags. They seem pretty obvious from down low, but once you actually get up into them, the track's actually quite hard to see.
Alright, we're about an hour and a quarter since we left Park Mudflats Hut. We just got to the top of the first sort of zigzag section, and now we're starting more the uphill grunt for the rest of it. So, all going good, Kev?
Yeah, it's a bit steep for me, but we'll get there. Slow and steady wins the race, so I'm going to be the tortoise at the back of the field, I think.
Pretty impressive view down the Wilberforce as well.
Good excuse to stop.
So as you can see, we're in the steepest section, pretty close to the top now. It is marked, so it's definitely all 4 points of contact though for a few of these bits. So slow going, but careful going. It's all good.
So we've made it to the top of Browning Pass. It was a nice wee climb. Spectacular day, so much nicer than yesterday. The sun's come out, and in behind me you can see down to the Browning Tarn, or the Browning Lake.
Yeah, so I know I've said this before, but never ceases to amaze me, New Zealand scenery. Just when you think you've seen it all, and you get greeted with something like this at the top of a mountain pass. Unbelievable. How you finding the day, mate? Good climb up?
Good after a grind.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice now downhill.
How does it compare to Australia?
You're a bit more mountainous, a bit more rugged.
So about 4.5 hours and we've made it to Harman Hut.
Alright, quick look around Harman Hut. Nice old school hut. This is the way I like the configurations like this. So we've got the 6 bunks around the side, a few benches, a little wood burner there with someone's shoes left behind. Very good.
So not long after Harman Hut we get to the swing bridge going over to the Harman Pass. Entry is via an aluminium ladder.
Alright, so we've been going for about 6¼ hours. We've got to the junction where we can turn off either to the Styx Valley, this way, or carry on the Arahura. So we are going to do the Arahura. That's where we parked our cars at the end. That way we don't have to worry about weather and river levels and things like that. So it says 2 hours to Mudflats Hut. That's going to be our destination, I think, for the night. Get us there hopefully around about 3:30, 4 o'clock. So all going pretty good so far.
Here's the Mudflats Spring Bridge. The hut is about 2 minutes walk away from here, and it's taken us about 7 hours and 45 minutes to get here from Park Mudflats Hut, so that's quite good going.
And after a very steep wee grunt up a short hill, just coming up on Mudflats Hut. Right, we look at Mudflats Hut. So great wee hut, definitely the sort of style I like. 6 bunks, good wee fire, very clean and tidy and nice and spacious too. Very good.
So welcome to the morning of day 4. So we've headed away from Mudflats Hut. She was pretty full last night, so a few of us had to stay in our tents. Hopefully the mist will clear as we come across the swing bridge. But first off, we're off to Lower Arahura Hut, and we start with a large climb up this hill behind me, which is about 140 metres that we've got to climb up.
Alright, so we've been walking since Mudflats Hut for about 1 hour. Track's been pretty good for the most part, a couple of little tricky bits. We've just reached the turn off to Newton Creek Hut. We're not going that way, but that's another, I guess, interesting route we could take. But we're heading on out to the road end at Arahura, so onwards. As I'm making my way along the track, and we are just coming up on Lower Arahura Biv, which is actually quite nice. It's been a little bit of a grind, that track, not too hard, but just a few niggly bits, and it's taken a wee while, probably about 3.5 hours. And let's go and have a look at Lower Arahura. That is a nice hut. It's in great condition, 6 bunks, great layout. Extremely nice.
So we've made it to the final swing bridge, the cesspool. Absolutely gorgeous blue water, and there even are a couple of Theo sitting down the bottom enjoying themselves on the river's edge.
Okay, so we're just on the final stretch out. We're just under 7.5 hours, and it's been a bit of a long day.
It's been an absolutely fantastic trip though. Great shirt with some of our mates. Fantastic going over the passes as well, and then the long haul out through some of the west coast country. So if you enjoy this, hit the like button. If you'd like to see some more, hit subscribe. Bit of luck. Sam and I will see you next time we're out tramping.